What's going on, everyone? In this video, I wanted to explore what's been going on recently in the market, particularly with cryptocurrency. Um, a lot of folks have been asking me about USDC or USD coin. Um, Before I start, I want to let all of you know that this isn't by any means legal advice or any sort of financial advice. I'm just exploring little tools and resources that we all can perhaps utilize when buying crypto and saving money and utilizing financial institutions. But for the most part, I just really wanted to go over USDC um, and pretty much go over what it means in a sense. So, according to Coinbase.com, USDC is a stable coin pegged into the price of the US dollar. Its goal is to make transactions faster and cheaper than traditional payments while reducing the volatility typically associated with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So that's a really good point because if you notice the charts with Bitcoin, it's fluctuating like crazy, kind of like my finger right here. Just so that could be a bit troublesome. So stablecoin, for the most part, it's pretty stable. The line is kind of constant. Um, More so, it is backed by dollar denomination assets of at least fair value to the USDC in circulation in segregated accounts with US regulated financial institutions. So you can buy USDC via exchanges like Coinbase and hold it in any Ethereum compatible wallet. And much of what I just read is listed on Coinbase.com. So that's really useful information moving forward because you want to know what you're buying and what you're involved in. So Coinbase, unlike a lot of the other crypto exchanges, they offer APY. If you keep your money in USDC, they offer APY of 0.15%, I believe. It could be more, but that's what I found. That does not seem correct, only because they're constantly having to compete with other exchanges like Voyager and Crypto.com and Gemini and all of these other crypto exchanges. But crypto exchanges like Voyager, they offer APY of USDC at 9%, which is astounding. So, uh, if you have a decent amount in savings, it might be a good idea to transfer some funds from your savings from your traditional financial institution into USDC through a crypto exchange. And also, crypto.com offer it at, I believe, 12%, and Gemini offers it at 8.05%. These are all really great rates. And I'm noticing a trend of more and more consumers putting their savings into USDC, which is a really great idea um, because you earn more. But one of the things that I really wanted to go over too, which is important, is in the event that you're plugging in all your funds or a decent amount of uh, your finances into USDC to take advantage of the high APY. What happens in your unfortunate demise, right? Or how would your family get your savings? So I would look into, if you're worried about that, if you have kids, if you have a wife and kids, I'm sure you would want to leave something to them. I would look into programs a lot of these crypto exchanges have pertaining to beneficiaries. See if you could add your wife, your children, or a trust account. See if you can plug in a trust account. with your crypto account or with multiple crypto accounts, this would be a great idea so that in the event something would happen, you can where the funds could be transferred to the trust account to then be distributed to your heirs, whatever. So that is a really good idea, and it's something that I think about too because you know I would want my mom or my children or whomever, my wife, to want my or to be able to get my money if something were to happen to me. So that's something to consider. One of the other things that I thought about was if more consumers continue to plug into USDC, what happens to large financial institutions in their super low APY savings accounts and money market accounts? What will happen with them? Will this force these large financial institutions and even the local ones like your credit unions or whatever? Will this force these large financial institutions to then raise the APY? So that's something that I think about a lot. And I do believe that it would cause them to raise their APY. Why? Because then they would be competing with Coinbase and Voyager and crypto. And even assuming that Coinbase is at 0.15% APY, which I don't believe is correct, but even if they were, that's still a lot better than what a lot of these other financial institutions are offering. So that's something else to definitely consider. Let me look this up actually. Let's see. So the last I checked, Coinbase was offering it at 4% APY. I'm not sure between 4 to 5% APY. I'm not really sure if that's still the case. So I see here if when I go to coinbase.com/staking under the earn staking rewards on Coinbase, it actually does indeed have USDC listed at 0.15%. Uh, but then it has a lot of other cryptos listed at various other percentages APY. So, for example, it has Ethereum listed at 4.5% APR, Algorand listed at 4% APY, Cosmos listed at 5% APY, Tezos listed at 4.63% APY. So they do have it actually listed at 0.15% APY, which is low. I'm actually quite shocked it is that low because uh, they're competing with so many up and coming and uh, vastly growing crypto exchanges like crypto.com and all of that. But crypto.com has grew substantially. So I think that they're probably going to outpace most of these other uh, crypto exchanges. I think they would probably eventually kind of be neck and neck with Coinbase. But beyond that, that was pretty much all I really wanted to go over for right now. And I do know too that a lot of these online savings accounts, they're fully FDIC insured, but you want to make sure that it's FDIC insured. So I would reach out to them just to confirm that they're FDIC insured. And a big notable piece of that is if they have the FDIC insured logo on their website, that's usually a clear indication that they're FDIC insured. But if we do high APY savings accounts, um, and then you can easily go to, for example, nerdwallet.com. They have a really good website where it shows some of the banks that offers the highest APY on the market right now. And so, for example, Discover. I didn't even know Discover offered savings accounts, but it's Discover. I don't really think I would personally want to savings accounts through Discover, but you know, if you're a fan of Discover, okay, that's cool. But their APY is 0.4%, which is really good in comparison to larger financial institutions like your Bank of America, your Wells Fargo, your Chase, yada, yada, yada. Markets by Goldman Sachs has their APY listed at 0.50%, which is pretty good as well. American Express online savings have theirs listed at 0.40%, and one savings is at 1%, which appears to be the best uh, right now. But I remember there was a time when Ally Bank, I don't know if they're still a thing. Let's see, Ally Bank savings. I remember Ally Bank was pretty darn competitive. And you have Chime. I believe that they're fully FDIC. Well, I would double check, but yeah, on their website they have secured and FDIC insured. But I would usually, if they don't have the FDIC logo, that kind of gives me pause. Usually, when I see the FDIC logo, I feel a little more at ease because in order to have the logo of FDIC placed, you would have to abide by strict FDIC guidelines. So, not just any financial institution you just post that they're FDIC insured unless they're following strict criteria. But what I did find too was some other online services that have, I guess, equivalent savings programs, and they promise or guarantee, oh, we're insured for millions. And what I think they do is break up the money into a bunch of FDIC insured accounts. So they kind of utilize another system to kind of get over on the FDIC insurance. But I noticed that they don't post the FDIC logo. And like I said, if usually when you see an entity like a financial institution, when they post the FDIC logo, it's because they're abiding by strict FDIC guidelines. They're not OFP or they're doing their own effing program. So, but Ally Bank, for example, let's take a look at their high yield savings rates because usually they're pretty good. But yeah, they actually, okay, so yeah, their APY is 0.50%, which isn't bad, but it beats out all of the other larger financial institutions like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, um, One Republic, and all of the other ones. Or, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Be sure to like, subscribe. I'm going to be going online more or going live more. I want to talk about a lot of this stuff because it's really interesting. It's actually quite fascinating. I would urge you to not really uh, think too deep into investing in crypto, assuming you have not. So if you're relatively new at crypto, use Coinbase. Start off low. Start off with 20, 25 bucks. Have fun with it. Usually with stablecoin, that's just exactly what it is. It's stable. So it's usually a one for one rate. So you exchange a dollar, it's always one for one for with stablecoin, which is great. Some platforms, I don't believe some platforms even charge you for exchanging stablecoin, which is great. Unless, of course, you meet or want to exchange large amounts and large quantities. But I mean, they would have to be pretty massive. But beyond that, I think you should be pretty okay. But yeah, for the most part, I will be going live. So be sure to stay tuned. And until then, see ya. I'm out of here.